Hello students, Standard 7, Chapter 8, Comparing Quantities, in which we are nearly learn everything about it, like percentage. In last session, we learn about the simple interest. Means that extra money we have to pay when we borrow money for some time period. It is known as interest. And we learned the formula also to find the simple interest. If P is the principal, that is the money or the sum you borrowed or invested, R is the rate of interest. So when you take the money or you invest money, the rate of interest will be mentioned, that 6%, 7%, that is R. And T is the time period, means for how much, means how many years you put the amount or you borrow the amount, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, etc. And you use the formula I is equal to PRT upon 100, where I is the interest. So by substituting the values of P, R and T and simplify, then you get the interest, and if you want amount, then A is equal to P plus I, that we already learned in the previous session. Now sometimes what happens that interest is given, and then from P, R and T, any two of that quantities are given, and we have to find the remaining quantity. Maybe the principal and rate of interest is given, and interest is given, we have to find the time period. Sometimes we have to find the rate of interest, or sometimes we have to find the principal, that which amount was borrowed. For that also, simply we have to use the same relation I is equal to PRT upon 100 and put the values of I and given two quantities. Then using the equations, we can easily find out whatever amount is to be found. Means the remaining third quantity out of P, R and T, which is not given, we can easily find out that. So let us understand this with an example here. If Manohar pays an interest of rupees 750 for 2 years on a sum of rupees 4,500, find the rate of interest. So here the percentage, the rate of interest is not given. What is given? Let us write down. So here an interest is given. So here I is equal to rupees 750 on a sum of rupees 4,500, means P is equal to rupees 4,500 for 2 years. So T is equal to 2 years. Time period is 2 years. And what we have to find? R we have to find. So when you attempt these questions like for the simple interest, first of all, you don't need to copy the question, but only whatever is given in it. Like this, Here interest is given, so I is equal to rupees 750 rupees. 2 years means T is equal to 2 years. Sum means the principal and what you have to find. So now we are going to find out the rate of interest. So we know the formula. So now I is equal to PRT upon 100. But I is already given. What is that? 750. So 750 is equal to, now P is given 4500, 4500. R is not given. We have to find, and T is equal to 2 upon 100. Now we will keep R here, and whatever is that side, we will bring that side. So it is in the numerator, it will go to the denominator. So 750 upon 45 multiplied by 2. Now we have to do the simplification. 2 3s are 6, 2 7s are 14, and 2 5s are 10. Now 375 divided by 45. Maybe 9 5s are 5, 7s are 35, and 5 5s are. So R is equal to 75 upon 9. Still we can do the cancellation. 25 3s are and 3 3s are. So 25 upon 3. Now if it is given 25 upon 3, then we have to convert it into the mixed fraction. So 3 8s are 24, 1 remaining. So 8 integer 1 upon 3%. So here the interest was given and R was to find. Then what we have to do? The same thing we have to do, but just little thing is that we have to change the position of the other numbers and keep the R that side. And then by simplification we can find out easily whatever the third remaining amount by using this formula and simplification. Now there is a try this on page number 171. We are going to read the question. I'm not going to copy the question. I will read the question and whatever is given we will write down and then we will find out the answer. So now question number 1 is that you have rupees 2400 in your account and the interest rate is 5%. After how many years would you earn rupees 240 as interest? Now when you read it, then don't read it so fast. Read it very slowly and write down whatever is there. So let us understand how to write down. First, you have rupees 2400 in your account. It means that is your principal amount. Means here P is equal to rupees 2400. Ciao. Then and your interest rate is 5%. Means R is equal to 5%. Then after how many years means T we have to find out. How many years means T is not given, and you will get on interest rupees 240. So interest I is equal to rupees 240. So whenever you attempt the question, just read question one by one sentences and then write down together the given information and to find whatever is there. So here P is given, R is given and interest is given. we have to find out time t. So now we use the formula I is equal to PRT upon 100. What is I? 240. So 240 is equal to 2400. R is 5. T we have to find upon 100. So only zeros we will cancel here, and therefore here we will keep t. So 240 divided by 24 multiplied by 5 equals t. So now 24 tens are 240 and 5 2s are 10. So t is equal to 2 years. So your after 2 years we will get the simple interest of rupees 240. So here in the previous example, what was not given? Rate of interest was not given, and we find out. Here in this question, principal amount, rate of interest and interest were given, and we have to find the time period. Now let's see what's in the second example. Second, try this. On a certain sum of the interest paid after 3 years is rupees 450 at 5% rate. We have to find the sum. So here P principal is not given. R, T and I are given. So whatever is given, we have to find out P. P is question mark. Rate of interest is given how much? At 5% rate. Time is also given how much? After 3 years. So T is equal to 3 years. And interest is given rupees 450. I is equal to rupees 450. So now we have to find the value of P, principal amount. Here also we have to go to the same method. So let's go. So now I is equal to P R T upon 100. I is given here how much? 450. So 450 is equal to P we have to find. R is 5% and T is equal to 3 upon 100. If it is cancellation there, we can write down here 5 ones are 5, 20s are 25 is 100 and 1 5 is 5. So now we will keep P that side. So 450, 20 will come on the top and 3 will go in the bottom. Now cancellation, 15 3s are 45. So it is 150. So P is equal to 15 2s are 30 and then 2 zeros. Therefore, the sum is rupees 3000. So now, whenever you find the interest, so in this examples, what we have to do is to remember only the main thing is the formula. That is PRT upon 100. So, if you have to find interest, if you have to find the principal or rate or the time period, you can use like this. Now let us start exercise 8.3. Question 1. Question 1 says that to tell what is the profit or loss in the following transactions. Also, find profit percent or loss percent in each case. So we have to first decide whether it is a profit or loss. Find the profit or loss and then convert it into percent as we already understand. Now, here there are 4 questions. I am doing first and last. Second and third, you will do yourself. First one is gardening shears. Bought for rupees 250 and sold for rupees 325. Gardening shears means to trim the plants. There is a like a big scissors like thing which can cut the plants in proper way. So that is bought for rupees 250, means here CP is equal to rupees 250 and sold it for rupees 325. So SP is equal to rupees 325. Now here check whether it is profit or loss. We can see that CP is less than the SP. It means that there is profit. So here CP is less than SP. Therefore, there is profit. So now profit is equal to, we know the formula, SP minus CP. Means 325 rupees minus rupees 250. So what will be the profit here? Rupees 75. So 75 rupees is the profit. But now we have to find the profit percent also. So now profit percent. We know that profit divided by CP multiplied by 100. We already wrote down this formula. Always percent is counted on the CP. So now profit is 75 rupees. CP is 250 multiplied by 100. Zeros are cancelled. 25 3s are 75. So 10 3s are 30. So that is 30%. So your profit is 30%. Now let's do D, B and C homework. Now we will do the D. What is given in D? A skirt bought for rupees 250 and sold at rupee 150. So now let us write down what is CP and SP. So here we bought for the rupees 250 and sold, it means SP, selling price is rupees 150. So now you can observe that here CP is greater than SP. So when CP is greater than SP, there is loss. So here CP is more than SP. Therefore there is loss. So now loss is equal to, we have to do CP minus SP. If it is profit, SP minus CP, loss is CP minus SP. CP is 250 minus rupees 150. So loss is rupees, how much? 250 minus 150 is 100. So now loss percentage. So loss percentage is equal to loss upon CP multiplied by 100. What is loss? 100. What is CP? 250 multiplied by 100. Cancellation, 25 fours are 100. So 10 fours are 40. So your answer is 40%. So in this case, very simple thing, just CP and SP, and then check whether profit or loss, put the formulas, and then convert it into percent. So here we are going to finish the session. Will be followed by PDF, and any confusion, there is comment section. Thank you very much.